Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Let's go, baby.
Here we go. 180!
You're trapped.
Easy!
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line. That's it! Look, 80.
Mike, 44. I'm coming.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Go with 5-3!
Tighten up. Watch twitch.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, check 20. 24. Check 52.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've been...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. T.J. Green with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes our score 17-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back. Line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you. Kill.
Now Foles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there from McCaffrey. 61 yards that time on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
They'll come out in the pistol. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Foles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, let's go. Five. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the 36, Foles. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in it. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
20.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Telvin Smith, he was 3rd in the AFC in tackling a year ago. There to bring him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, Newton. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4. Rip Island, Tyler. Check 37. Check 37. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 38.
They're going to look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Go, go, go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Right there.
On play action, they'll throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Curl. Watch out, watch out.
They'll set up a throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trevor Williams with a pick. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Gun. Set the turf, defense. Set the turf, defense. Let's go. Hey, move.
On 1st and 10, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
20. He's scared. Check 31. Check shot. 36.
Out of the gun, Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike, hey, Echo. Mike 54.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Back to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
13. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go. Mike's 5-4.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Hey, let's get off the field, D.
Under. Hey, Caden.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 38.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
To throw is Newton. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Rush in. Rush in.
Hey, silent one, silent one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll run with McCaffrey. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him. To try again after the sack. Foles looking long for Westbrook. And my goodness, another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And an alley to run. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
20.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and the Jags grab it. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he cuts it back right, and and it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Bravo.
Foles will look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Good. 180. 54. Yes. Championships, baby. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a desperation throw deep down. It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Girl. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Steps away to his left. There he goes inside the 30. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Hey, exit. You tighten up.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my every